Hello, I'm Gloria Carter. This fall I will have 3 remaining courses to complete. I'm learning a great deal from the courses and expect to learn a great deal more before the end of July. I have always loved reading and learning new ideas. My experiences as an educator began with playing school as a young child. When I grew older, I would often assist in the children's programs at my church. I earned my bachelor's degree in education and English from a small college in San Diego. After my certification, I taught in a private school in El Paso. My ex-husband is a geophysicist, and we moved our household a number of times when my children were small. I entered a master's program at the University of Houston many years ago, but my husband took a job in Oklahoma, so my plans to earn a graduate degree were put on hold. Because of our many family moves, I taught my children to read when they were preschool ages and continued to home educate them until we settled down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. During our moves and our time in Tulsa, I was active for over 20 years in church education, working with children from nursery to middle school ages in Sunday school, children's church, vacation Bible school, and church clubs. I also served on a women's board as the chair of women's studies and participated in church leadership development. Just before my children reached college age, I underwent an unexpected divorce. After my divorce, I worked for a time as the real estate manager for several telecommunications companies, locating and leasing properties for cell tower construction. I moved into property management, managing apartment communities in Alabama and Florida for a small real estate investment firm. I was not prepared by training or experience for either of these positions, but managed to find a way to be successful at them anyway. After I felt I had recovered from my divorce, I returned to public education. I taught in 2 large high schools and also taught adult basic education at the Native American Training Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But since my degree was obtained in the distant past, I once again felt unprepared by training or experience for these positions. I also, once again, found a way to be relatively successful, but I did make up my mind to become more professionally prepared, and I feel that attending Sam Houston State University is helping me accomplish this goal. As I'm undertaking the summer practicums, I have already faced a few challenges. My first challenge was realizing how much information I needed to absorb before beginning my tutorial sessions. Before the practicums began, I had no real understanding of dyslexia, no experience with the assessments we are using, and no practice using word study or LEA as instructional methods. Since my student Charlie has a summer schedule that required us to begin our sessions on June 11th, I had a lot of preparation to do in a very short time. I dove into the texts and began to sort through the information offered. By the first week of our course, I had absorbed so much that my head was swimming. But I did gain a good overview of the course texts and materials, and I'm beginning to see concepts solidify as I discuss them with my peers and use them in my sessions with Charlie. I have also faced the challenge of changing instructional levels from high school to first grade. My original certification in California was for K through adult ages, so I did spend some time in primary classrooms several years ago, but have not engaged in primary literacy instruction since that time. However, I have established a rapport with Charlie, and so far my planned activities and approaches do not appear to be above Charlie's developmental abilities. Another challenge I faced was Charlie's summer schedule, combined with his burnout, following a battery of tests administered just before our sessions began. Since Charlie is out of town the week our first course video is due, I had 2 sessions to prepare Charlie and myself for the activities required in video 1. So I had to strike a balance between laying diagnostic groundwork for our sessions and not overloading Charlie with assessments. I will address the results of this balancing act in my reflection on video 1. I am also facing an ongoing challenge in making instructional choices that will engage Charlie. Charlie is a sweet and likable but very active boy who is showing signs of resistance to anything that smacks of literacy activities. Charlie has already told me he is not good at reading or spelling and would like to do math because he is good at math. I'm going to have to make some very creative choices in order to keep Charlie engaged in word study, LEA, and reading aloud during the summer. I am a flexible person and am determined to find ways to engage Charlie to his own benefit. Of course, the greatest challenges frequently offer the greatest results. I have already learned so many new ideas and am anticipating good results. I am very grateful for the opportunities to develop my professional knowledge and skills, and I am looking forward to seeing progress from Charlie and from me during July.